are back here on Girl Talk, and John Iannazzo again is here, Dennis Urban is here with Monster Tree. I'm super excited to talk with you, and I'm really excited to have him captive because we're getting ready in the next couple of weeks to actually begin a program with you in my yard with my trees. I was fortunate enough, John, to have he and his arborist come out, and they did a walk through the property. And it was, actually Mike was with us, my husband was with us too, and it was really a godsend because we can now be proactive before something sketchy happens with all these storms coming up. Yeah. So share with, if you will, and with our audience and John, a little bit about what that looked like when you came to see us.
Sure. So Deb's house is surrounded by very mature oak trees, as you're well aware. She made the mistake of asking me to bring my arborist with me, who looks at the health of the tree, but also points out things that could present a danger. And as soon as Deb's ears started perking up about danger, we walked around the property, took a look at it, made some recommendations. For a property of that size with that many trees, what we recommend is a preventative maintenance program or a routine maintenance program, and do like a quarter of the property at a time. Yep. So we're coming up a couple weeks from now, we're gonna be at our property doing 1/4 towards the back left-hand side.
So what exactly, you taking some limbs down that are hanging out over the house?
Yeah.
I know the oak trees get those giant limbs that it's the size of a tree hanging straight out over.
Yeah, definitely.
But it was really cool because—
Is that the danger? Is that what we're—
Well, all kinds of stuff. You showed us about how they grow and kind of offshoot.
Yeah, so one of the things you have to be really aware of is over time, you may have many different people come in to do different pruning techniques, and some of them are better than others. So what Paul was pointing out to Deb is, in the past, a lot of the lower limbs that have been taken down, but the limbs are so long, 50 foot, 60 foot in length, and the only thing left on it is the very end canopy, which creates what he called a lion's tail.
Yeah, lion's tail.
So it's like, if you think about a lion's tail with the big furry ball at the end, when that wind starts, it just starts catching that and forcing it back and forth, and all the stress goes back to the junction point in the limb.
It's super cool.
We're doing a lot of preventative maintenance type of pruning while we're there as well, in addition to removing some of the limbs that we believe are a little bit of a danger.
But it was fascinating. It was educational. I don't even look at my yard the same way now. It's funny, well, because you don't know what you don't know, and you don't see what you don't see. Yeah. And things that I never even thought of as being potentially hazardous or a safety issue are pretty easy to remedy. And it's not like we're losing the trees. If anything, from what you and Paul shared with me, it's going to make our trees more hardy and healthy.
Exactly. It promotes their growth, right? It creates space for the branches to flourish, get air into them, also sunlight through to the lower parts of the tree. The nutrients coming up through the bottom. We talked about the root systems and how some of those root systems can become what they call girdled, meaning they can only go out so far and then they start wrapping themselves upon each other.
Okay.
So there's a lot of different things to take a look at when you're looking at the overall health of the tree.
Okay.
It's really interesting. Okay, so from a practical point of view, okay, do you just have someone come in and do it all? You guys were wonderful. First of all, you took great time with us, and I think that's pretty much what Paul shared is the way that you do things. You come in, do an assessment, and really walk the client through, but you helped me kind of put it on a master plan.
Right.
Tell us a little bit more about that, what that looks like for your clients. I mean, it was pretty concrete, spelled out. I know exactly what we were doing and when we're doing it and how we're doing it.
Yeah, so Paul's wonderful. He's got a lot of experience, and what he really does is he educates the customer on what he's recommending so that they really understand what they're getting for the dollar that they're investing. Because I look at it as an overall investment for the client.
It is.
It's not just a dollar spent and it's in the past, and we're never going to look at it again. This is an ongoing relationship and an ongoing investment, so that you don't have to deal with dangerous situations in the future.
What can we expect? I got Jeremy over here who might be photographing some of this. What can we expect for that day or those couple of days?
Sure. So I want to warn you now that my guys arrive very early.
Oh, good. Dark 100. We do Dark 100. Love that.
Yeah. So with the staying dark a little later in the morning, probably around 7:15, 7:30, they'll show up. Be a lot of equipment moving around. We like to keep everybody away, make
Okay.
sure everything's clear of obstacles. You would be amazed at the number of people that end up just pulling up chairs and watching these guys go to work.
Oh, it's
because
fascinating.
It's pretty fascinating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They take down these big branches and trees without dropping it through a house. It's just, I mean, there's no other way to say it.
Right.
Dropping it through a house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And half the
it's
time I
pretty
feel
amazing.
people are just waiting to see that
Oh, yeah,
happen.
right, exactly.
You know, yeah.
It's probably true.
Yeah, but you'll see a lot of activity. So I recommend getting vehicles out of the way the night before, making sure
That's a
you
good idea.
keep kids and animals locked up.
Good luck.
And there's quite a few of those running around your
Yeah, they're all
property.
going goats, chickens.
It sounds like you guys do more than just drop trees. I know there are a couple
We
of
do.
Oh
companies,
my
they come out and they
gosh.
just take the trees, and it's amazing to watch them do that. And
Right.
then it's just all these
Right.
punches are gone. You're more concerned about the health of the
Overall
tree,
health of the tree.
and saving the tree and making it better and stronger, not just
Correct.
making it disappear.
Correct. We'll try to do
Okay.
everything we can to help the tree flourish before we make a recommendation to take them down. Different species of trees are treated differently
that
because
makes
some are more dangerous than others, overhanging houses. But these big oak trees, they can withstand quite a bit. If you think about the hurricanes that have gone through in the past, you see a lot of pine trees that come down. You
Yes.
see a lot of sweet gums that come down. The oaks are pretty hardy. They seem to survive even those types of conditions. So we'll do things like cabling and bracing, which is basically those big limbs
Yes,
like Deb has.
exactly.
Run cables between them to help them hold each other
It's
together.
so
Okay.
interesting.
Okay.
You'll love it.
Yeah. I might have to come out and watch this. This sounds
You,
like-
you need to
I'm gonna
watch
pull up my
it.
chair.
Yeah, there you
Exactly.
go.
Pull up your chair, or please just call. Have them lock the property. It's really interesting, and I think.
Yeah, we'll be right in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to do that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Actually, have some trees around here that should probably be looked at.
Well, there you go.
Could be.
It is always a pleasure. Every time I talk to you, I learn more and more and more and more. I still don't know enough to be dangerous, but I'm close.
I'm getting there to be
There,
dangerous.
you too, huh? Exactly. Thank you. We want to thank all of you for joining us here on Girl Talk. Have a safe and wonderful week. Bye-bye.